What's up, everybody? We are out at the range today. It's me and Buddy, and we are going to do something pretty cool that we've been talking about for a while now. And we are going to go through and shoot a bunch of different rounds at these West Coast Armor plates that they sent to us semi-recently. And we have a couple different models to run through, and we have a lot of different calibers to throw at these things and see what happens. So they did send us this armor, so we wanted to do a fair assessment of it and run through and see what it can take. They're pretty impressive plates, as you'll see. They have a lot of qualities to them from what they claim that they can take. And also the weight is absolutely crazy how light they are, and we're going to show you that here in a second. This one is their 1024 ultralight model. This is more of like a level 3 plate here with a rating 762 by 51 M80s, 762 by 39 ball, 556 by 45, and just an overall really impressive plate as far as I can tell. And we're going to find out how it stands up, obviously. So these come in at 2.42 pounds per plate, super lightweight. Buddy, why don't you pull up your plate carrier that you have right now? What's in this?
This is the Agilite Sub-Zero. I'm running RMA 1092s.
Okay.
Which weigh about 5 pounds, 14 ounces a piece.
So a piece. So yeah. You're looking at a carrier there that's like just with the carrier and everything, not including loaded magazines, just under 15 pounds.
Yep.
So, I mean, for that level plate, that's pretty standard in this game. So to have a plate that, a whole setup, I should say, that is under 5 pounds. For instance, like this right here is 2 of these plates in the new Wary Solutions carrier, and it was under 5 pounds for the whole setup. So that's pretty crazy. So like, again though, you know, it's lightweight, they seem good in my hands, but like, let's see how they match up. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get set up here, we're gonna run through, we're gonna shoot a bunch of different pistol calibers, we're gonna shoot a bunch of different rifle stuff. We're gonna start off with things that these plates claim that they can take no problem at all, to test that out and collect that data and show it to you. And then we're gonna run through and we're gonna push the boundaries on what we have and what we can throw at these plates. And of course, we're gonna go through afterwards, mark this all off, show you all at home, and then hit some testing on the edges, because that's always something in question when it comes to testing armor. So yeah, let's get to it. So we have our trusty companion Steve here. He's going to help us out today. We're going to strap this plate to it, get going. Again, this is the 1024 ultralight model. It's a new model of theirs that's just coming out. Again, it's coming out at 2.42 pounds per plate. We're going to tape this bad boy up, and then we're going to throw some lead at it. All right, so first on the list, we're shooting a Ruger Mark IV suppressed. I got CCI standard velocity 22 long rifle. We're gonna put 3 shots on this guy here at 5 yards. Here we go.
All right, guys, next up we have a 380. We're gonna run 3 rounds of ball, 3 rounds of jagged hollow point out of a Glock 42 at 5 yards. All right, next up we're gonna do 9mm. I'm gonna run 3 rounds of ball, 3 rounds of jagged hollow point critical duties. 5 yards.
All right, so next up, we're still on 9mm. We're running Norma defensive hollow points out of here, 1312 feet per second. These things are gnarly defensive rounds. Let's see what it does to the back deformation.
Yeah, it looks like that one's got a tiny bit of back deformation, but super impressive. Doesn't look like...
Oh, I mean, that would definitely hurt. It might break a rib or something, but so far it's standing up.
Any back deformation from the other calibers. Super impressive.
All right, last up on our pistol calibers for this plate right here is Hornady Critical Defense 38 Special. Going out of this wheel gun here. So that packed a bit more of a punch. Looking pretty good though. I'm gonna cut this plate off here and see where we're at. Damn.
God.
That's pretty impressive, I have to admit. And this one up here hit off the side and really didn't distort the edge of that plate too badly at all. Dan, not even one breakthrough. I mean, I feel a little bit of deformation here, but didn't break the back of the plate.
It's incredibly
So
impressive.
pretty cool for the pistol calibers that we're covering with this plate. We're gonna grab the other plate from this set, pop it back up here on our friend Steve, and sling some rifle at it, and push the boundaries a little bit on some calibers that it's not rated for, like 8.6 blackout, and some pretty heavy stuff. See what happens.
All right, next up, 5.56, running 55 grain ball ammo from 10 yards.
All right, next up for 5.56, we have 62 grain green tip.
All right, next up, we got 75 grain black tip. Woo!
First of all, black tip is dangerous.
Yeah.
It really blew that plate apart, as to be kind of expected. And yeah, I would not want to get shot with black tip. Or, for instance, on the back here, that's that green tip going right through the plate. So we can surmise that our heavier calibers are probably going to puncture right through this plate. Again, we're jumping into some calibers that they're not technically rated for at a level 3 plate like this, but we do like to push the limits of things and test gear to a high standard around here, so that's why we're really throwing a lot of stuff at this. So let's tape this back up to old Steve here and throw some of these like 8.6 blackout and stuff in this upper quadrant here. I'm expecting it to blow right through this plate, as it probably will, but let's see what happens. So next up on our calibers that we're heading up the ladder, 300 blackout. This is subsonic coming from suppressed. So obviously the subs are gonna pack a little less of a punch than supers will, but let's see what the damage did.
Pretty good group. Huh?
No.
Nothing.
Cool, so we're circling that up. Looks like we have plate deformation on the back, but as far as I can tell, it didn't puncture through the back of the plate, so that's kind of cool.
All right, next up, 7.62 by 39, hollow points from 10 yards. Let's check it out. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely blew that plate apart a little bit, but carefully feeling on the backside here, I can't tell for sure, but it doesn't seem like it's gone straight through the plate. So we'll know for sure after we cut it off and take a look, but that's pretty cool. All right, last up for rifle calibers, and obviously this is not a plate that's rated for this caliber, but we want to shoot it anyways. 8.6 blackout from a Q Fix. We're at 10 yards right now. Let's go have a look. So we kind of put those center mass as well in that 7.62 group. So let me set this down real fast and let's cut this off and take a look at the back of this plate. All right, so you can see 8.6 blackout, it's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the plate, you know, obviously saw some shots come through it. I think these are going to be those 8.6 blackout shots. They're right in line with where we were putting them. Everything else didn't really puncture the plate at all, blew it apart a little bit at the bottom. You can see that spread of all that material, but they are well constructed, and for the weight, I'm really impressed with the strength, to be honest with you. So let's toss this away. We have one other type of plate to show you all today, and we'll see what happens with it. All right, cool. So we've gone through and we've done our rifle rated plates. Now, they also sent us up their brand new 1013A model. This is an ultra slim, ultra lightweight plate. Don't know really what it's going to do. It's rated for a bunch of different pistol calibers and moving into some rifle stuff. So we're going to run through some pistol. We're going to push the envelope and hit it with some of these higher rifle calibers as well, this heavier grain stuff, and just see what happens. Just holding it in my hands, it's obviously really lightweight. It's 1.08 pounds per plate. That's insane. Remains to be seen how well it holds up though with some of these other rifles. One of the things about these kind of plates for me is it's a great thing in my mind if it does work and it does hold up for being such lightweight that you could run this in your truck setup, your vehicle setup, or justify having this on under a jacket or anything if you're in any sort of sketchy situation or whatever that may be. And yeah, I mean, let's see how well they hold up first and foremost. All right, we're on to the second set of plates. Again, we're shooting 22 long rifle.
All right, next up, we're gonna run 9mm. I'm gonna run 3 rounds of ball and then 3 rounds of critical duty, jagged hollow point, out of the Glock sitting here in the Guerrilla Tactical Big Rig.
All right, so we're definitely having some plate deformation on the backside here from those 6 rounds of 9mm, jagged hollow points, and the ball. We'll do a better inspection of it after we've finished shooting it, but right now I can tell you that that would hurt if I got shot with that. So, all right, so next up on 9mm, we got the Norma defensive hollow points again, 1312 feet per second. Pretty gnarly stuff. All right, back on the wheel gun, we got 38 special. Pulled the shot a little high, but we got 1, 2, 3 here. Didn't puncture the plate, but definitely got some deformation from it.
That's all the pistol calibers, right?
Yep, that's all of them.
Go ahead and cut this off.
Let's cut this off and take a look at what we got going on. So obviously we got some spreading of the plate and material when we were closer to the edge with some of that 9mm hollow point. But overall, this is fairly impressive for the pistol calibers, I would say. I would definitely note, and I'm sure Buddy would agree, that if you're running a plate like this, of this small, slim size and lightweight plate like this, it's a really good idea to wear some the soft armored backers to this. So they have like 3A backers that you can run in conjunction with this, and it's gonna add a lot of extra protection for this type of deal here. But as far as running the pistol calibers on this, I'm pretty happy with how we really didn't get any punctures, would you say?
Yeah, it's really impressive for the slim size on that thing.
Yeah, I mean, again, 1.08 pounds. When you're in a pinch, something like that, this kind of a plate might be perfect, but I would definitely say run those backers, guys. All right, so we got this last plate up here, same as the last set up here on our boy Steve. We're gonna run some rifle calibers at it again. It's not rated for what we're about to throw at it, so I don't think it's gonna fare that well. That's fine. We just wanna see what it's gonna do. Let's check it out.
All right, next up, we're gonna run some rifle calibers, 5.56. I'm gonna run 3 5.56 ball, 3 green tip, and then 3 black tip.
All right, next up, 300 blackout subs.
All right, next up, 7.62. Pretty sure that was all in the 5.56 group. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely just zipped right through it.
All right, last up on the rifle calibers, this is your 8.6 blackout subs. All right, so that is going to conclude our shooting of these plates, those last two calibers, as expected, 7.62 by 39, and the 8.6 blackout just went right through, just punched right through the plates for the most part here. What do you think, buddy?
I don't know how I feel about this plate. It's super impressive with pistol calibers, but once you bump it up, I don't think I would want to rock it.
And I will say as well, to add to that, I don't disagree. I actually fully agree with that assessment of it. But we were, again, running rifle calibers that are not rated on this plate. So do keep that in mind. All in all, some of it just punched right through, so we didn't see that deformation or that explosion of the material. But yeah, pretty impressed with the pistol caliber plates, or pistol calibers on this plate, I should say. But yeah, assessments, I'm gonna agree the same. It's probably not the thing that I would depend my life on for a wide variety of other calibers.
Yeah, if you're gonna get in a gunfight, I would say tell the bad guys to run 5.56 ball ammo.
So West Coast has a bunch of other stuff too. This is some of their newer stuff that they've done out. They have level 4 plates out as well. Hopefully we get a chance to get a hold of some of those and shoot those. I think they're gonna hold up pretty great. All in all, pretty happy with how everything went, but these are technically bomb frag rated, so it wouldn't really be the end unless we blew something up. So we got something for you to cover that. You think we're doing it? Probably should do it this way. Did you do it justice?
Yeah. Cool.
You're high and left.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah, so maybe our main man Steve shouldn't dive on the grenade. I don't think he's gonna make it. All right, so I think that went pretty well. That kind of concludes the testing that we wanted to run on these two different plates. The 1024 Ultralight, I think, performed pretty well. It's definitely a plate that I would consider running on my kit. It's super lightweight. It held up to most everything that we threw at it. And as to be expected with the smaller guy, when we started to work up to higher rifle calibers that it's not necessarily rated for, it did fail, but you know, what are you gonna do? It performed pretty well with pistols stuff, but in this day and age with like 5.56 variants and AR-15s being the most popular rifle out there that people have, and even 7.62 by 39 AK variants, etc. It's probably not the plate that I would trust my life on. Yeah, with that being said, got any final points, buddy?
The smaller one, I'd leave it on the shelf. 1024 Ultralight. I could definitely see myself throwing that in my truck kit. I'm super impressed with that plate. I think they did a really good job on it.